Alright, so today we're going to be cutting down the bars on my bike here. They're 800 millimeter, and we're going to cut them down to 780. So, I got this pipe cutter here. Felt like the pipe cutter was a better idea than a hacksaw. Here is the pipe cutter. I've never used one of these before, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, like I said, we're taking the 800 millimeter bars down to 780 millimeters, and obviously we just have to line up this blade to whichever line correlates with the diameter you want. It'd be a good idea to measure them just to make sure that the manufacturer, it's just a double check. Yep, looks good. Better to be safe than sorry, because once you cut, you cannot go back. Line that blade up, tighten it down, not too much. I want to make sure we're like dead on that line. That looks good. So then you just, oh, I think I had to go tighter than that. Yeah, I don't know how much force you're supposed to use. Let's really tighten that down. Try to just slowly rotate. Okay. Rotate. And once it gets easier to turn, like I can feel it getting easier to turn, that obviously means the blade is digging in, so tighten it a little bit, and continue turning. And that blade is supposed to just cut right through the aluminum. Yeah, this method just appealed to me more than a hacksaw. It seems like it'd be more accurate. Oh, there we go, there we go. Sick. All right. Phew. Nice. That was very, very easy. Obviously, we'll clean up the edges afterwards, but yeah, looking good, looking good. Okay, let's do the other side. How do I get through here? I'll go under. So now same thing, just loosen this guy up here, clamp her down, make sure you're all lined up. That looks perfect. Tighten it. You gotta tighten it a decent amount. Tightened it a little too much, but be okay. It's already getting really easy to turn, and keep going. Okay, there we go. All right, so now we have 780 millimeter bars. Cut them down from 800. It was very easy to do. Sneak under here. Oh. Sick, dude. Okay, awesome. Now, one thing I'm concerned about, obviously, is I hope these are the same size when put side by side. All right, so it looks like we cut a hair more off of the right side than the left side. All right, so we just have to file off like a super small amount there. Now we're pretty much exact. Okay, our edges are filed. I think I have some of this stuff here. Try to clean those up, make it as smooth as possible. I don't even know what this sandpaper is, but it works. And we're just trying to kind of clean up the edges here, just so we don't get like sliced open or something, really. Okay, cool. And for good measure, we'll check the length one more time. So I'm just gonna go to the outside of the bar and go into the 760. Kind of just check out the length there. Okay, yeah, and yeah, now we're just gonna grab the grips. These are filled with water for some reason, so. Is there water in these? What are you doing, Odie? What are you doing? Psh. All right. Boop. Boop. So there we go. The bars are cut down now. I still have to move my brake levers, yeah, from 800 to 780. That's it. All right, there it is. Feels different. It does feel different. It doesn't feel like as wide. It's not a huge difference, but it's noticeable. Even just sitting on the bike in the garage like this, I can feel the difference for sure. Basically, why I cut these down from 800 millimeters is, like I said, I had the luxury of testing out a bike and that had 780 millimeter handlebars that felt better. Felt like I can really dig into turns better, but it felt a little more squirrely and rocky sections. So it's definitely a give and take, but 800 millimeters is kind of the general consensus that that is too wide for somebody, especially if you're only 5'10" like me. I just genuinely feel they were a little bit too wide, and 780 is probably going to be my sweet spot. Additionally, I saw a video of myself, and from behind, I'm literally like this, like my arms are flared way out, my elbows are out, and it just kind of looked a little weird. So that's another reason why I decided to try this out. Yeah, I'm gonna try it out and see how she goes. Yeah. So now I have to move my brake levers inboard and get everything, you know, feeling nice again. So that's what I'm gonna do. Oh, I also got new pedals for this guy here. These were on my downhill bike, and I just threw them on this bike here because the race face Chesters were just not doing it for me anymore. I kept flying off the pedals. These have more of a concave platform, so it's pretty necessary on a hardtail to stay on the pedals when you're at the downhill park. And again, without a rear shock, it's kind of hard to do in certain scenarios because you're literally just getting, your back end is just flying, flopping all over the place like some sort of animal. But yeah, no, these I like these pedals, these DMR Volts. They're really nice pedals. So, okay, perfect. And we're done. Yeah, it definitely feels different. Definitely feels different. Let's take it out on the street real quick and see how she do. Off the bat, they feel nice. Very nice. Oh yeah, turning is more direct. I kind of feel like I can pick up the front end a little easier too. Nice. Can't wait to see how they feel at the bike park. Yeah, so first thoughts, definitely nice. All right, so I just kind of pedaled around with 780mm bars for a minute, and they feel different. They definitely feel different. The bike feels more nimble, it feels smaller, it feels better right off the bat. Yeah, I like them. I'm excited to try them out at the bike park, see what kind of difference it makes in really rocky sections. If I lost leverage, if it's gonna feel more squirrely, or if it's just gonna be more direct overall. And I'm thinking it's gonna be the latter there. I think it's going to be more direct overall. I'm really excited to try these 780mm bars now. Overall, very easy process to do. All you need is a little pipe cutter or a hacksaw. I chose to use a pipe cutter instead of the hacksaw because I think it would be more precise. With that said, I still did kind of cut them unequally by about 1 millimeter, but I shaved off the difference with the files, so it worked out fine. Yeah, grab this guy, 20 bucks at Home Depot. Bam, you're golden. Cool. That's it. All right. Peace.